apologize for nothing. 5, 4, 3,
Airplane
2,
bottles.
1. Limp Bizkit, y'all.
Damn. That's pimp as hell.
Who's controlling the car? Someone's on the net.
Dumbass. I use gel.
You've got mail.
Hello, welcome to the Worst Movie Ever Made, an experiment of the movie podcast designed with one thing in mind, to find the worst movie ever made. I'm your host, Chris Hockman. I'm joined by my co-host and fellow mad scientist, Rob Scucci and Bob Hassick. Hey guys, how are you, and why are we doing Y2K?
I am great. I watched this movie like 2.5 times because I fucking love it so much. I watched it once before I put it on the poll. I watched it after it won, and then I skimmed through it just so I could refresh my memory as to why I thought it was so awesome.
What is to love? I don't understand.
I'll get into it. I shared reasons why I loved it in the group chat, but there's more reasons why I love it. Well, we're talking, of course, about it's not an A24 produced film, but they distributed it. It's called Y2K. Yeah. It's about the doomsday scenario at the turn of the millennium when all the computers were supposed to, run amok and become Skynet and take over the world.
Is it?
And
about that?
Yeah, I think so. And I thoroughly enjoyed it for reasons. And I thought Bob and Chris were really going to intensely hate it, but they both kind of saw its merit, but also want to dunk on it. So I'm going to go hard in my defense of this movie, and I am very excited. How are you, Bob?
Oh my! I watched this movie, and it's not going to win the season. It's not going to beat the last movie. It's definitely not. But I'm going to have to say, like, I don't know. We'll get into it. I don't want to ruin all my other bits, so let's just get into it.
Cool.
Fair.
All right. Explaining the movie.
Mexican guy says to black guy, I'm going to give you $10.
I'm going to miss this
buy me some beer. I'm going to loan you my car. Black guy borrows his car, goes to supposedly buy him some beer, and all of a sudden, he gets out of the car for some reason, and somebody hits him on the head.
The best explanation.
All right, here we go.
I wish I could sound like Chris. Okay, here we go. Typing fingers. Get ready.
Yep, I'm ready.
This is middle finger crazy if you do RST, ASD, JKL,
ASDF, JKL, semicolon. Yeah, all right.
Yeah. A kinda cringy kid, a cute coder, and a completely cool kiwi combat killer computers that kill kids. Kilobyte catastrophe.
Wow. Well laced. I enjoyed that. Was you wove a tapestry there. I enjoyed.
All right, I don't know how to spell kilo, but a kind of cringy kid, a cute coder, and a completely cool kiwi combat killer computers who kill kids. Kilobyte catastrophe.
Yes.
Cool.
Killer.
Okay, so yes, cool. Very good, Rob. Thank you. So it's 1999. It's actually too much 1999. Like they fucking
agreed. Agreed.
And it's New Year's Eve. And the teens are having a party at a douchey rich kid's house named Soccer Chris.
Soccer Chris, yeah.
No offense to Jersey Mice Chris.
That's okay. I'm not Soccer Chris.
So Eli and Danny are kind of uncool, but Eli likes a girl named Laura, who's way out of his league, like honestly. And the two guys go to a party. They want to. And when midnight strikes, the machines start killing people. Nearly everyone perishes in the house, though a handful of people, each a different social stereotype trope.
Yes.
And flee and meet Fred Durst, who plays himself, much older.
Yeah, he looks like
much older.
Or the coder figures out a way to kill the virus that's causing the problem, but several stupid things happen that make it impossible to work. But eventually, an old condom saves the day.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
summed up.
Figure that out.
appropriately.
Figure that out. People haven't seen it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Great.
go check it out. Where can you see this? I don't know. Can you see it on Tubi?
It's on.
I think
it's
it's
on
Max.
HBO. All the A24 stuff's on Max, or most.
Oh
of it.
yeah, okay, fair enough. Yeah, you're right.
I feel like A24 is starting to morph into Fox Searchlight. Fox Searchlight used to be like only indie stuff that Fox would put out, and now it's like everything.
Now
So
it's
I
a
feel like
distribution
A24
juggernaut.
is just-
Yeah.
I feel like it's just a thing. I don't think
It's
they
the
have I don't feel like they have a genre anymore or a type.
It's the next step in the growth of any successful studio. Like they
and that's
they produce
and
their
you know
stuff
what?
in-house, and now they reach out to other people and delegate.
You know what? Bravo for them. I'm happy for them. I hope they do well.
You think Tommy Lee Jones is there to help them delegate?
Yes, loudly.
That would be so awesome.
All right, let's start to the best YouTube comment.
Sure.
I don't feel anything.
After reading these YouTube comments, I brought in two because like the people who were commenting like knew the joke. So you know when it's certain movies, they're not fun because like it's already funny and you know where they're going. So the first one is so
why'd you put it on the poll?
I don't know. I mean, like it happens with like Birdemic. Birdemic, like the comments were self-aware. And they're self-aware in this one. Man, I can't believe they actually made a movie about what we had to witness. So glad someone was brave enough to share our story. And then the next one's like a written like call and response. Can we use a Limp Bizkit song? Yeah, with one condition. What is it? And there's like a timestamp for the Fred Durst drop.
Yeah, we'll get into Fred. Definitely, he will appear.
He will.
He will appear.
He will.
But
he has.
Yeah, that's true. For now, let's throw it to test number 1. Ain't that a pitch?
Oh, hi. You don't look so good.
You're looking kind of grizzly.
I have a lovely sack of coconuts.
Test number 1. Ain't that a pitch?
I think it's you, Bob. Bob, Rob, Chris.
It is.
All right, cool.
Ooh, nice.
Here we go. Eli and Danny can barely load a web page, yet somehow the computers rise up with rage. Kyle Mooney was tripping balls while Laura's kill code is installed, and I only said she was cute after I looked up her age.
Yeah, they totally wanted Jenna Ortega, but they found like the non-union
that's actually a fact. No, that's actually a fact. They got Jenna Ortega. She had a scheduling conflict, and they got this girl instead.
All right,
no shit.
Ruined nothing. Rob, you are amazing.
I hope I didn't ruin it. I didn't ruin fact or no fact.
No,
okay,
you didn't.
Cool.
No.
All right, awesome. All right, the end of the world is coming, and it's gonna be the worst. The robots are uprising, and human blood is what they thirst. Tamagotchis impale. Death by You've Got Mail. Oh, where are you, Lord and Savior Fred Durst?
Oh, that's a tie, man. So far, I'm tied. 4-4.
All right, cool.
In a post-apocalyptic town, there's a kid who's a loner. Computers murdered his sort of bestie and some other stoner. The loner gets the chick in this mid-tier flick, which has me wondering why Rob has such a throbbing Y2K boner.
There's one reason I did not tell you guys in our group text, because I want to get your real, genuine, like, unrehearsed reactions on the air. I'll get into it a little later. I'll do it during the catch-all, I think. Yeah.
All right, I'm going Rob 4 because I don't vote for myself.
Yeah. I was going to go Bob 4 because I think yours was more concise with the storytelling.
I'll go with Chris for team win.
So team tie 4.
Oh,
I'm not voting for
that.
Chris because you were being a dick to me in the poem that we write for each other.
What? I said you had a throbbing boner. That sounds like you have a big wiener.
I mean, it's No.
Baby. Throbbing does not mean big.
Nice.
Throbbing just means throbbing.
It just means bulging with impatient fluids.
True. I almost went with tumescent again. I almost went with tumescent.
Yeah.
But I decided against it since I used it already on a previous episode.
That's fair. Okay.
What about sentient?
Well, I mean, that's going to rear its ugly head. Here we go. Sentient.
Okay.
There it is.
There it is.
All right.
Yes.
Let's throw it to test number 2. This is the most offensive. If we slow it down, we can actually pull the bullets, enter and exit.
How offensive!
All right. Number
5.
the memberberry grift. Bob already brought this up. Too much 90s. Bob, you said it. I'm calling it the memberberry grift.
Too much specific 99. Like, too much.
Yeah.
In the first 5 minutes. Not even 5 minutes. In the first, 3 minutes. It was too much 99.
Yeah.
Yeah, everything. Fucking so too much.
Okay.
It gets to the point. Hey, listen. I it's a drug that we all enjoy. Thinking about
nostalgia.
Times that were. Yeah. And I was saying to Aaron the other day, that's my wife for new listeners, seeing as we get hundreds every day.
Yeah.
I was saying to Aaron, my wife, that I think of the 90s nostalgically. I think of it. I reminisce. I enjoy the 90s and the way the world was in the 90s because I was naive and did not know the way the world worked. My parents didn't think of the 90s as the end all be all time of living.
No, because they were adults.
They're
worrying about
their teenage years when they were old enough to enjoy everything, but not old enough to have to pay rent yet. Those are the years.
I think that's shifting because of the access to all the media we have now. I feel like, at least me anyway, I was born in the 70s, yet I have fond memories of every decade because of different things I was going through and the access to those memories.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say it right now. I think it's shifting. But I think our parents, like you said, are stuck in that past. I'm with you.
And I'm just saying, the reason I didn't find that offensive because I feel like this was making fun of nostalgia. It was so deliberately making fun of nostalgia. I think that's why I liked it because I hate nostalgia and I love this because I feel like they're just
I know what you're saying, but I don't think it was.
Yeah, but if you know anything about Colin Mooney, he is obsessed with the 90s nostalgia.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And there was no getting around that.
And you know who else? You know who else is? Jonah Hill.
Durst.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Jonah Hill was a producer on this movie, and he was heavily involved in the movie. And then I think it was called Mid-90s or something. It came out on Prime Video or something.
Oh.
Okay.
Anyway, I think he produced and directed it or some shit like that, and it's all about reminiscing about the 90s, and he's a producer on this movie. It was really about reminiscing about the 90s, and then just making some weird. It wasn't about the plot. It was about how many fucking 90s references can we pull in because people will fucking love that. Yeah. They want to collect them like they're McDonald's toys, I want every 90s reference that you can make, and that was offensive to me. Number 4. Machines have matrix motives, and I will say this, it was brushed away. So you want to know why the AI singularity is doing what it's doing, why it's attacking all the humans? Yeah. Well, they tell you in about 4 seconds. During his the guy that's a golden humanoid thing at the end, the robot singularity was
the amalgamation.
Yes. Was we're going to turn their thoughts into battery power. Just like the Matrix. Huh. But it is brushed away immediately. It doesn't they say it as if to be that's the motive for the AI to make human slaves, but they address it as quickly as possible so that you don't think about it too much. Here it is, if you were wondering, but we don't want to give it to you full stop because it's really bad and we're stealing it. Number 3. Locality leaves a lot unlearned. One of the things that drove me fucking crazy about this movie was that everything happened in this small town, and we have no idea whether it was affecting the entire planet or not.
Well, Chris, their computers were down. How do they know?
Well, that plus also the airline crashed, and that's not necessarily small town. that could be coming from anywhere.
It's bigger than
Like, when
them,
the
and they don't just don't know how much bigger than them it is, Chris.
Okay,
When the airplanes
Rob?
crashed, that told me right now. Yeah.
Rob, how big was it? Was it global?
Global, man.
Okay.
10,000 maniacs getting twisted, bro.
Yeah, that's true.
Elemental.
Okay, well
Whoa.
now you have to contend with the problem of their high school being the place that all of them are being herded into.
Yeah.
In their town. Yeah. I mean, like, that's a community center. Where else are you going to, like, hoard
No,
lots
no.
of people?
The Singularity was saying we're all going to, whatever it was, Wahoo
they-
High.
They couldn't
Well,
fit them all in a
they
Dunkin' Donuts,
mentioned-
dude. You know?
No, but they mentioned that they just installed broadband at the high school.
DSL. Yeah, they got
That's-
DSL. Yep.
Was it? Yeah, it was DSL, I think. Yeah. So that made sense.
Yeah. Okay. So, but it was the one message, though,
Yeah.
from the Singularity
Yeah.
to all robots across the globe, and it was like go to Madison High School.
Yeah, this is all making perfect
even-
sense to me.
Even dishwashers.
This is okay. Well, you didn't
Even analog devices that aren't even connected to a modem, Chris.
Rob, you didn't like it when John Travolta wanted everybody to bring humans to Denver, Colorado, the city
Okay.
of Denver.
Chris, that was like a year ago. I'm a changed man. People grow, right?
Not a fucking high school in some bumblefuck town in Indiana. Denver, Colorado.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, we're moving on to number 2. Another episode echoing Eddie's character's cranium cooking. And I'm talking about the opener that you saw, if you are a YouTube viewing audience member. We had a person's head cooking in this episode.
Yeah.
It's not just this one. And Eddie.
Mm-hmm.
Eddie was, what was the name of the movie that we watched that had Nicolas Cage playing Eddie, where his
Deadfall.
face was fried?
Deadfall.
Thank you.
www. The worst movie ever made.
Deadfall, yeah.
But I knew that I wouldn't come out of that.
Life Online, yeah.
We also had Universal Soldier, where
Uh-huh.
a soldier was like walking around and his entire body and face, I assume, were cooking, right? But also, we had Unhinged, where Freddy, the character, Freddy, was lit on fire.
Huh.
So
Lots
this
of
is
people
this
getting
is like
set
our
on fire this season. Huh?
yeah, this is like
21.
our 4th like full body and head flaming episode. I just thought it was crazy, but
in this season
also
alone. Yeah.
but also not cool that like the Singularity decided that this jock kid needed to have his head set on fire out of everybody at the party. Why him? I don't know. But okay. Anyway, my number 1. Piss Mouth Pal goes public.
That's believable though, because like he's trying to
Yeah,
be
I
cool, but
believe
not
it,
realize
yeah.
he's not realizing he's throwing a friend under the bus, and then it becomes like
Well-
a running gag, and then turns out it was like Pepsi, not Coke, and it's good stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I feel like if I'm supposed to like Denny, the Taibo champion,
Yeah.
I don't like him as much when he like tells all the cool kids that he pissed in our protagonist soda.
Yeah, but that creates the rift because like he's trying to he thinks in his sincere like misguided way he's trying to like give his friend some game, not realizing how fucked up the thing he said was. I totally understand that.
So they're awkward in general. So like
True.
them inserting themselves into a major social situation, they're gonna have gaffes and they're gonna say things they probably shouldn't say, even though, like you said, it's probably gonna do more damage than good. But at the time, he's like, "This is a funny story." Yeah, I agree.
It does more damage to the fact that I care whether or not he dies.
Who, Danny?
Yeah.
He shouldn't have died.
All right,
That's my
I have
only problem with
issues.
the movie. Yeah.
So yeah, I have issues with that. That's worse production. Spoiler alert. Continue, Chris.
Just saying, if you want me to care that he died, don't make him sell out his best friend right before he gets a fucking,
He
saw
tries to
through
bring
the-
he
That's
tries to bring it
that's
back.
not quite sell out. That's not quite sell out. It wasn't
No.
that big of a deal.
Yeah.
It was
If you went through high school with the nickname Piss Mouth, you might be a little upset about it.
Yeah, but like when he
But
saves the day, they're like,
no,
piss mouth, you know?
He went through 30 minutes being piss mouth.
Yeah,
It
but
wasn't piss mouth before the party.
Well, had the world not ended, everybody the next day would refer to him as Piss Mouth, and for the rest of his senior year,
yeah.
Yeah.
And then anybody who happened to go to the college he went to when he's trying to hook up with some chick would have been like, "Oh, hey, Piss Mouth, that's over now."
Yeah,
I'm not making out with Piss Mouth.
Chris, you're giving yourself too much credit.
You're not giving me enough credit. That's the truth of the situation here.
Yeah, right.
This doesn't make it to number one for no reason. I'm going to choose to not hear that. Rob, let's throw it to your ad read.
Sure. Purple sticky punch. Illegal. Purple sticky punch. Illegal. Purple sticky punch.
Rob's ad read.
Today's episode of the worst movie ever made is brought to you by the highly anticipated Engelbert Humperdinck joint we've all been waiting for. He lost love once. This time, he's not losing anything. They took his heart. Then they took his piano. Now they're about to feel the fingers. He's not just a man without love. He's a man with unfinished business. You pluck his strings, he snaps yours. Man without love, too. Fingers of fury. This time, he's playing fortissimo.
Okay. Thank you, Engelbert Humperdinck.
Man Without Love,
Man
too.
Without Love
We had a Man Without Love trailer a long time ago that alluded to the fingers.
Oh,
I had an Engelbert Humperdinck LP when I was a kid because my parents gave it to me.
You know that's not his real name. That's his stage name.
No, that's his stage name.
He thought that would be the more appealing name compared to his real name.
The song that I loved was "I Love a Rainy Night." Look it up.
Love a rainy night.
You know what you gotta do? We gotta clip that and play it whenever I fuck up something.
Do you hate that?
I noted it. I took notes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. All right, let's throw it to test number 3. This is the worst dialogue.
Fucking President Clinton.
You had sex with President Clinton?
When that's one of the better lines of dialogue in your movie, you know the rest is pretty bad. And this is the worst dialogue.
Yeah.
Number.
I was wrong.
What's up?
That was Eddie Rabbit, not it. It was Eddie Rabbit, not.
Oh, okay.
Oh, really? Damn.
Yeah, I was wrong. Sorry.
I was ready for conversations about Engelbert Humperdinck where I knew a song. I was so happy to know one. I'm sure I do. I don't know.
Man Without Love. There we go.
That was Eddie Rabbit. I had him confused. Same era, same genre, just
same
different
bullshit.
person.
Yeah.
But I love a rainy night. This number 5 clip is called "The End of the Day."
Hey! Knock it off! Hey! Let him speak. The collective has your back. Yeah.
Before tonight, I had one friend in this world. We only had each other. And now, he's gone. But tonight, I went through hell with all of these people. People I never even gave a chance. These robots, they're not the enemy. We are our own enemies. I mean, who cares what music we like or the shoes we wear? If we just came together, we could save the world. Because at the end of the day, we're all just human.
Yeah. Dumb.
What were they?
Dumb
What were they hoping to accomplish with that?
I'm gonna tell you what I love. I'm gonna tell you what I love about this movie right now, because
go ahead.
I'm watching it from an ironic detachment that you guys aren't, I think. So I viewed it through a lens of this movie was made in 1999 by boomer parents of kids this age, and they were just trying to make something that they thought their kids would think is cool. And viewing it through that lens makes it a lot funnier to me.
That's a major assumption, though. I don't believe that at all.
No,
that
it
is
was made by
okay.
someone.
So I know what you mean. I know what you mean. The people who produced and directed this movie wanted to portray like 60-year-old men acting like they knew what people in the late 90s wanted.
Yeah, that's how I viewed it. Like, I know it's not the intention of Mooney, but like
that is you.
Everything played in my head like, oh, this is like, if this came out in 1999, it was like my parents going like, oh, Rob likes Limp Bizkit, let's get Fred Durst in it. You know, like that's what it reminded me of, and that's why I thought it was so fun.
Yeah, that's like level 4, but the movie is actually level 3, and that's why it sucks.
That's not
level 3 is level 3 is like people who are in their 40s now making a movie about how much they love the fucking 90s.
Yeah.
Plus, the plot doesn't really matter. Let's just appeal to people who love the 90s. You are ascribing something extra to it.
Yeah.
That I understand what you're saying, but that's level 4. That's not what they intended. And that's why this movie actually kind of sucks and isn't what you think.
I am adding a layer of abstraction for my own amusement, and it paid off, is what I'm saying. Because the misunderstanding of technology is what made it so good. It's like a VCR would not sync up with a mainframe because it's fucking analog. It's just like,
yes, but
it's something my dad would make. Okay,
it puts you in an extreme minority of people who enjoy this movie for ironic reasons.
All right.
So this ruins nothing. Have you guys seen Stephen King adaptation Maximum Overdrive?
I heard after watching it that it's very similar.
It's the same fucking thing. It's some kind of alien something zaps this one area of the Earth, and all the machines start acting out against humans. And regardless, and this is the 80s. This is before internet existed. And like a pop machine, a stowed machine, throws a can of pop at a guy's head and kills him. And a lawnmower runs over a kid, and a car runs over a kid, and a truck runs over a person. Yeah. And it's exactly that, except modern. Yeah. So it's not a unique idea, first of all.
Yeah.
No.
Second of all, in that one, it was just machines.
Yeah.
Which included everything mechanical. Where this one, like Rob said,
the technology of the day
had to be something connected to the web, which half the shit wasn't. Like the Tamagotchi, that wasn't
the blender,
to the web, was it?
No,
the blender. Yeah, exactly.
No, it was anything electronic.
Yeah.
And that's Maximum Overdrive. That's not Y2K. Y2K shit the bed. I didn't hate it, but I hated that assumption.
Yeah. Okay.
So did I, and I promise to flesh this out even more in the catch-all because I have a way of doing.
In the meantime, I'll do my best to stop interrupting these clips because this is going to be a 3-hour episode because I'm so excited about this movie.
Yeah. Okay. My worst production. I'm going to have to cut down worst production somehow. Like, let me think of this here because it's long.
That's fine.
No. Do your thing, Bob.
Do your thing. I'm gonna do my thing and shut
up.
Let
it run.
Yeah.
Is it my turn yet?
Number.
No,
I'm just saying when it comes, play it as it lies. That's disturbing.
Yep.
Spruce bolts. So you didn't get arrested, huh?
No, I did. Just I snuck out for the party.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Yeah. You do not want to mess with Corey Flock spitting game with a full-on boner.
Oh my god. That is disturbing.
Is Raleigh good?
Yeah. Oh, I don't know. This is kind of weird how people change.
Yeah. No, I'll never change. Unless there's something that you think should be different about me, I'll change in an instant.
Or considered a haircut?
I didn't expect you to come with an answer right
there
away.
She is. What's up, little guy?
Sucker Chris.
Uh-oh.
Laura, what are you drinking? Hope it's not vodka.
Oh my god, no, guys, please. I thought the vodka man was banished after the snowboarding trip.
Never. Where there's vodka, I'll be drunk.
It's so fucking funny!
It's so fucking bad.
All right, I hate that for a multitude of reasons, but I did laugh about the boner joke.
Yeah.
Which inspired the Rob Throb joke that I made in the Ain't That a Bitch. But otherwise, it's pretty much run of the mill, paint by number kind of dialogue where the guy is appealing to the girl because he's clever and she never really knew how funny he was and blah blah blah, and then the jock comes in, Soccer Chris, and then his friend is like, I drink vodka because I'm at a house party, which I get it, I used to do that too. Well, I'm not Soccer Chris, I'm the other Chris. Anyway, I
airplane bottles.
Yeah, man. I go hard on Tuesdays. I feel like it improves the show. I've done sober shows, and they are not quality, and I feel bad about it. So I'm giving the audience what they want to hear, and that's vodka Chris, I guess, even though I don't really drink vodka very much. Anyway, let's throw it to number 3. This is Trippin'.
You ever you go to the grocery store, right? And it's like you're picking up shit and you're like, oh, I'm gonna grab some Q-tips. But it's like, that's the brand. It's actually cotton swabs. Kleenex, that's another one, because that's a facial tissue. I start thinking about like the fucking first few colonies. That must have been wild. Like, oh, we're in a country. Grab your musket. You can borrow mine. Yeah, sure, you could borrow my musket. Guess that's why they call it the American Revolution. The words just fucking trip me out, you know what I'm saying? Laser, right? Laser. Why they spell that with an S? That's like interesting to me. Do you know what I'm talking about? Trippy shit. Oh, snap. Bunch of the homies are mobbing to the old factory at midnight. Y'all should roll through.
It sounds like fun for the whole family.
Yeah, if the whole family likes tripping balls, which some do.
I use that.
I'm gonna give this scene credit because when you first start smoking pot, when you're like, I didn't smoke pot until I was like 19, but you think every stupid thought you have is profound and life altering.
Yeah, true.
And I think you
Shower
captured
thought.
that pretty well. Yeah, your shower thoughts, exactly.
Yeah. But yeah, I did the same thing. Okay, it captured it kind of well. But the musket one,
American Revolution, baby.
Yeah. Why is it called the Revolution? Because of the musket conversation. Didn't understand that at all. Let's throw it to number 2. Throw it out.
We don't know what it wants, but we can learn once Laura hacks it.
What?
Laura? That's a little advanced, isn't it? No offense, Pookie.
No, he's right.
No, you can cut the modem or something.
Yeah, I don't know, maybe.
Cut the modem. It's easy.
What was that quote on your binder in Spanish class?
The one from the co-founder of Apple?
Bill Gates.
Steve Wozniak. He said, never trust a computer you can't throw out a window. Can't believe you remember that.
That's what I'm saying. What if this is how we throw them out the window? For good.
I'm with you, E-boy. Throw it out the window!
God, you fucking idiots.
Rob, I hate you.
No, that was pure shit. That was pure shit.
It was.
You agree?
Yeah.
First of all, the hippie leader guy that used to be her
ex-boyfriend or whatever. He looks kind of like Drake. Yeah. Okay.
Calls her Pookie.
Yeah.
And she's just cool with that. They're not dating, and he's still calling her Pookie. I would be worried if I were Eli and trying to hook up with this chick, and she's just sort of kind of hooking up with Soccer Chris and Beanie Boy. But I don't know. Anyway, Steve Wozniak was supposed to be like, oh wow, like she knew the trivia facts, so she's like a genius when it comes to computers.
Yeah.
Very annoying. All right, let's throw it to number 1. Daddy.
You know what? Fuck it.
Translation.
What if it's only Soccer Chris's house?
No, it could be the whole town. Wake up, numbnuts. We're talking Y2K here, okay? Global computer apocalypse.
But they predicted it. They knew it was coming. What gives?
Do I have to spell it out for you, man? President Blowjob, he planned it all.
Society's fucking dumb as hell. Just let it burn.
Yeah, fuck yeah. I say we just rebuild from the ashes.
Whoa, enough, Anarchy Squad.
It's a bug. AI consciousness pushing a sentient worm command to every processing chip around the world. Translation: goodbye, human race.
What the fuck? So now Shitty Spears thinks she's a hacker?
Whoa, she knows more than you do. Laura's a coding whiz.
A girl that knows computers? My ass.
Yeah, she practically built the entire Crawford web portal on her own. It's pretty sick.
Eli, put your boner away.
Shitney Spears.
No one that I'll save it for catch-all. I'm gonna save it for catch-all.
Okay,
God damn it, I gotta hold it in. But sorry.
Sentient worm command.
Just from my perspective, guys, imagine it's like your mom and dad in like the 90s, and they work for a movie company, and they're like, what sounds technically correct for a young whippersnapper who has a modem at home?
They wouldn't know.
Yeah.
They wouldn't know.
And yeah, okay.
They wouldn't
That's
know.
right, and
Rob, you're
and
wrong.
that's why it doesn't reach the fourth level that we're talking about.
Yeah. Ironic
They
detachment.
don't know now. They don't know
I know.
now. How would they know back then?
That's why it's so funny to me.
Poor Rob.
I wish you guys could
who has to
appreciate
assign
the way
these
I
thoughts.
appreciate it.
Rob has
Rob
to
is
assign
so
these
meta.
thoughts to movies like Biodome and Y2K where they don't exist, just so that he can be happy for once. This poor guy.
Yeah, but like
It's
every
so
week,
bad.
every week I enjoy these. Really, who's losing out?
All right, you got me there.
No,
I guess I'm more miserable than you.
No,
No,
I've enjoyed.
But
I've enjoyed everything. It's just funny. It's almost more enjoyable watching you defend your choices.
Yeah.
All right,
hit rock bottom, guys.
Speaking of Bob enjoying, let's let Bob cook. Let's let him enjoy this first production. I say you just say every word that you wrote.
Say everything
don't
you wrote.
shorten this out. Yeah, please.
I'm trying to
not
shut
that.
up at the same time.
That's number 4. The worst.
Rob
production.
knows. He knows.
Wow, that production sucks. All right.
I talked about this on the live what's it called? Live feed.
Okay.
At the end of my Amazon shift on Sunday with Rob.
On Sunday, yeah.
And he understood. But it's only LinkedIn because I had a lot of thoughts on it. It's not a tagline, it's my worst production. Poor choices and character deaths.
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
That's my tagline. So Danny, the kid from New Zealand, is arguably the most interesting character. They developed his character in such a great way, and he was just so much fun to watch. Like
He was.
the machines start attacking. Some prominent characters are killed, adding some shock value. Like, whoa, they killed Soccer Chris off pretty early, right? But
Yeah.
Danny, fucking too soon, way too soon.
Agreed.
Third
Well,
act at least.
Let me
they should've.
flash back.
Yeah.
Let me flash back. In Shaun of the Dead, Ed, Sean's slacker friend, we've probably all seen it.
Yeah.
Who we want to see as much as possible for all the laughs he gives us. Like, he's just so fucking funny. He makes it all the way through the third act and eventually gets bit by the zombies. And but even then, he still returns as a zombie at the
To
end.
play video games.
Tied up in Sean's gaming shed. It's the perfect way to end that character as long as necessary. The writers of this movie obviously developed Danny well. Like, they really did. The writers developed Danny so well. The whole Tybo thing, the relationship with his mom, the relationship with Eli, the relationship
Probably
with
the
all
only
the friends. Like,
He's the only three-dimensional character in the movie.
the only one. But they fucking ruined everything by letting dumber and underdeveloped characters live longer. So fucking dumb. I hated this movie for killing Danny. So just to give another analogy, there was a movie made. It was a Western movie made in the late 80s called Young Guns. I don't know if you guys have seen this.
Yes, I have.
It had like Charlie Sheen, Emilio Estevez.
Charlie Sheen is the one who dies.
It had pretty big stars, right? And some relative unknowns. And you assume that some will die, but Charlie Sheen's character, arguably the biggest star in the movie, dies at the end of the first act. And it's fucking shocking. But the writer and director developed all the other characters pretty evenly, and balanced, so it had a more satisfying ending. They killed a major character early, but there was enough character development elsewhere to compensate for the loss. They did it right. And Young Guns is not a perfect movie, but it's so fucking much better than this piece of shit.
Bob,
because of that. And that was me. Thank you. And
Side conversation. I love Young Guns. I've seen Young Guns.
I do too.
15
I
times.
do too. I love it.
Young Guns 2. Young Guns 2. I'm a victim. I'm a victim.
I never saw it. I won't watch it.
Watch it.
I won't watch it.
It's bad. It's bad, but they do enough where it's watchable.
Yeah. I won't watch it. Sorry, Chris. Even if I visit New Haven for Running Man and you tie me down and force me to watch it, I'm just going to go sleep.
All right, fair enough. I'm just saying, like, you'll have to get out your tit scope too. Might be worth a look. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Damn it. God damn it. You know me so well.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you so much. Poor choices in character deaths. I couldn't agree more. Let's go to test number 5. This is the worst acting.
I have a lovely sack.
That very well may be, though your acting is not that good. This is the worst acting.
All right, how about number
1?
That sucked.
6th grade. Cut class. I rolled the scaggiest joint of all time. Yo. I wish I could go back to how things were before. Swiping beers from the corner store. Chilling and drinking and smoking and shit. Year 2000 and suck my dick.
No.
Weak flow.
Step up then.
Really want this dopeness?
I love this freestyle.
Okay.
Check it. Intellects. Intersect. Redirect. Reconnect. Why? Because my third eye opens wide. I fly too high in a multidimensional sky.
Damn. That sucked ass.
We should keep moving. Old factory's close.
He's got the elemental flow.
Yeah. Yeah, he did the elemental flow. And there's no way to do that well. I'm sorry. No. There's just no way to do that well. And her rhyme scheme sucked as well. And what do you do? Like, you're not giving the actors a whole lot to work with in that scene. It's just going to be.
I was bothered by them calling it the old factory when olfactory is another term. It means
for your senses.
Yeah, true.
Like, smell.
Yeah,
I was bothered by that. Like, I thought they were going to make that connection somewhere along the way, but they didn't, and it made me angry because it was unnecessary. Why would you call it the old factory so many times?
It's a pretty good beer by Two Roads here in Connecticut. Stratford.
Oh yeah, the Pilsner, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Seriously?
Let's throw it to number 2. That girl.
Let her go. That's Roxy girl. Eli. Remember our instant messages? I would boot you up just to see if she was online. You don't want to hurt her. She's the girl of my dreams. Laura!
You don't have to be like the other machines.
They have the ability to reason and think through things.
Yeah.
Right.
Rob, shut the fuck up.
Play with your head, homie!
This is all your fault.
Like when he we didn't clip it, but like when they finally get into his computer and it's just like fucking wall to wall porn, and he's like, it must be a virus, and the other guy's like, I got a virus too.
Yeah, that was pretty good. That was pretty good.
Yeah, that's the only like snippet of good shit in this movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought that was pretty good.
Yeah.
I got a virus
Rob,
just like that.
So what happens with Rob is he finds something he likes, and somehow there's like a multiplier that like makes that rise above everything else that's shit. And he's like, this is a good fucking movie.
This
I'm
is
gonna
called
recommend this
it's
to
called
Rob.
mental gymnastics. It's a coping mechanism, Bob.
Yeah, we've already
rationalization
established
is what it
that. The problem is that Rob needs it to be like so highbrow for him to feel anything that he needs it to get to like this. Oh well, like these corporate goons that are only 40 now are trying to like replicate something that corporate goons back in the 90s would have done, and I think it's really funny, even though they're not doing that at all.
I'm not trying to force it. I'm just saying, like, that's how it felt when I was watching it, and that's why I found humor in it.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Let's not make this 2-hour episode.
Number
3.
Twisted.
It's Fred fucking Durst.
Yeah,
Damn, dude, you look like shit.
Fucking hey.
When midnight hit, we kicked in to rearrange. 10,000 maniacs getting twisted. In a blink, the pit became a slaughterhouse. Sam, John, DJ Lethal, crushed by a Marshall stack. West Borland, thrown off the stage by an explosion. There were so many of them, I managed to hide. All our fans, my friends, butchered. And I hid like a coward.
At least they went out banging to the greatest band in the world.
Greatest band? They died for nothing. And so will we.
Desolation, desecration, excavation of the mystical. Are they replacing us? Erasing us? It's all just metaphysical.
Damn, good shit. That elemental flow.
Jesus Christ. Yeah. Way. It has curdled at this point, in my opinion.
Real quick.
10,000 maniacs getting twisted.
All right, abuser.
Yeah, there it is.
Yes.
There's the abuser.
That's way better than clips.
I think that's one of the best abusers we've had, actually.
Yeah.
I hope
I'm
we
gonna
keep
save
that
that
on
one.
the soundboard.
I'm gonna save it.
Yeah, put that on the soundboard.
I'm gonna drag it to the
soundboard. Yes.
folder. Yep.
Definitely keep that on the soundboard.
Anytime we have another genocide, like one army like facing another army on the show.
10,000 maniacs
10,000
getting
maniacs getting twisted. I love that. All right, for now, let's throw it to Bob for his fact or no fact.
All right, here we
Yes.
Paper covers rock to lose buckwheat.
Oh yeah, sorry. This is fact or no fact.
Rob said, I'm going to miss these bumpers. Like, I totally forgot that we're going to have different bumpers next season.
Yeah, we are.
And it's all going to depend on Life on the Line because this is going to lose. Anyway, here we go.
Yeah.
Oh God,
so this
that's depressing.
I have 2 titles for this. So this is called Y2K, and I called it Y2 Slay.
Right.
Because it was about slaying people.
Nice.
Yeah.
But The name of the game today is factual errors or not factual errors instead of fact or no fact. This is factual errors, not. So basically, there were 4 things that I'm going to say were not actually possible in 1999, and 1 thing that I made up. Or should I say, 1 thing I made up that was in this movie. And you have to find the thing that was not actually in this movie. Here we go. First one. The VTech cordless landline phone in the parents' bedroom, this is in the party, wasn't invented until the 2010s. Second one. The new era tag wasn't on Major League Baseball caps until 2016, but it was on Ash's hat in this movie. Third one. Several videotapes in the video store were movies that hadn't actually been released theatrically before 2000. A fourth one. The first thumb drive that Laura used, wasn't even sold to the public until 2000. And even when it was first released, they were very expensive.
Okay.
And last, they show an Ethernet cable connected to Eli's modem. But connections back in those days were either over the phone line or coaxial cable.
Coaxial, yeah.
Which one is not in the movie?
Oh, God. I didn't get a good look at the videotapes in the store. I have reason because like, all right, because I was never like a computer whiz, but like around 2000 when I was still in middle school, it was floppy. It was 5.5-inch floppies, 3.5-inch floppies, the thicker like zip disks that hold like 200 megs, and like the SD, not the SD cards, but like the ones you could plug from like a camera into like a docking station into like your computer. So
right.
I believe the thumb drive probably wasn't sold to the public yet because I didn't start using thumb drives like till like college. I was still using floppy disks in high school to bring homework to like the computer lab. Several tapes in the video store. The MLB hats didn't. So there's a new era flag on the back of the hat, and it was on Ash's hat. But yeah, all right. I think the guy swinging the bat, like the blue and red thing, right? Probably. What are you talking?
It was it was Ash, the girl, the girl who was with the long-haired gang.
Yeah, you're talking about like the emblem, like the baseball player on the back of the fitted hat, though, right?
Yeah.
VTech. I'm gonna go with that because I want to say Ethernet cables did exist. Maybe not for personal consumption. It might be more like on business servers, but like I remember having to plug the internet into the back of I think it was an Ethernet cable. I'm gonna go with the VTech cordless landline because VTech's been in the game forever, and like they've had baby monitors which is like similar technology as far as being like cordless, like for way longer. I feel so. I'm gonna say the VTech one's the made up one.
The VTech landline.
Yeah.
Fuck. Okay, because I thought you were going number 2 because.
Nah, because I'm not sure.
Like
but I want to say that it was true to form, but I'm not like a hat, so I don't know.
You're not a hat. That's true.
Yeah.
As far as I can tell.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna go number 5. I'm gonna say the Ethernet cable, and it was not available. It was just phone and coaxial. I don't know.
All right.
We'll see.
Yeah.
All right. So, the actual factual errors were Rob. Unfortunately, you're wrong. The specific VTech cordless landline phone was not available till the 2010s.
Right. Okay.
The new era tag was not on the MLB baseball caps until 2016.
Nice.
Which I actually know because I got one at a free like hat day at the Pittsburgh Pirates game.
Free hat.
Several, like so fucking many videotapes in that video store were released theatrically after 2000. It was too many. Let's just say too many.
Wow.
Like
wow.
All right.
They didn't like fact check any of that shit. It was way too many.
No kidding.
And yeah, the first thumb drive wasn't sold to the public until 2000, and it was very expensive. Chris, you win. They didn't show any Ethernet cable.
Woo!
They didn't show any modem. But I'm right. They didn't have Ethernet cables back then. They were phone lines or coaxial. But you're right. It was not in the movie at all. I just made that up.
All right.
But I did research in 1999 at 5 cables, or should I say Ethernet cables, didn't exist yet. It was all coaxial or phone lines.
You know why I went with it? Because at the end of the movie, when they're trying to beat the golden internet singularity man, they have the yellow Ethernet cable that I associate with the one that I plug into the back of my modem now. And I was like, this can't be true. That in 99, going into 2000, they had the same cable.
Yeah.
So when you listed that as one, I thought that didn't make sense to me. So that's what I went with.
All right.
Let's throw it to the catch-all.
The catch-all.
God. My catch-all is all the same fucking thing, basically. 5-1. I'm sorry. It's all going to be basically the same complaint.
All right. That's fine.
My catch-all, I only have 5 things. So if we duplicate, I'll just skip. Okay?
All right, you go first then.
Okay. We've already mentioned it, so I'm going to say it again. The overwhelming amount of late 99 references isn't funny or ironic. It's just cheese. Chris.
Too much. Why does AI need toasters and VCRs and shit to build robots? We already said this.
Fucking funny, Chris.
No, it's illogical. It makes me fucking angry. Go ahead, Bob.
Okay, the pacing of the movie took a backseat to illogical inconsistencies and threw this movie into a steaming pile of trash. Like, basically what happened was a lot of things that happened at the party were like, just didn't make any sense. And then it slowed down to a crazy slow pace to like develop these underdeveloped characters who no one cared about. And I never cared about them. And then we ended up with all these townsfolk in the high school. The pacing and the inconsistencies were fucking annoying. So yeah, no good.
Fair enough. Why don't the robots see and attack them when they run into the high school? And I'm asking because they were like hidden behind a car and then they just run into the fucking wide open with like 20 fucking robots standing there.
They do. Yeah, they do.
I don't know. Yeah, good point. I never thought of that. Didn't occur to me, Chris. I'm sorry. But good point.
Okay, Rob, this is for you.
Okay.
One of the characters says, "Fred Durst, look out." As if anyone cares about Fred Durst.
What about at the end when everybody like what sold this movie to me as for how ridiculous it is when everybody's just like Fred Durst.
Uh-huh.
I was like, all right, they did it. They went there. I'm so fucking happy.
But that was before that happened. Yeah. My quote was before that happened. But yeah, who the fuck cares about Fred Durst? Go ahead.
Well, I already asked this question. Why is this school the gathering point for all humans?
DSL. Oh, I don't know. Because the robots brought them there? Or something?
Yeah, but
and others?
Aren't there more important places? Aren't there more important locations than where this movie is taking place?
When there's natural disasters, like schools are like the fortified places that have like all the things you need to set up like a community center for people in need.
There are bigger schools than that, though.
Okay.
Even if that were true.
there are grocery stores and like malls. I disagree. Anyway,
the Mall of America.
Right? Big. Okay, my fourth one. Big trope. Kids can crack codes, especially that
Hackers.
long ago in 1999, when programming learning wasn't that accessible. Like in 99, you couldn't like look up online how to like code C++ or like take a high school course in JavaScript. It wasn't accessible to a kid that young. It's fucked up and it's a lie and it's wrong.
Yeah, but
Like,
she designed the school's web portal, Bob. I'm just fucking with you.
So obviously she would know when an AI singularity is giving a sentient worm command.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah.
I thought it was a singularity. The singularity is talking to all the other robots that have made themselves out of VCRs. Like, hey, collect all humans and come here because we want to kill all the humans, even though we are a singularity. Why isn't there just a computer that just nukes the fucking, makes the Soviets attack the U.S. with nukes, and that's it. And now computers are just computers.
If they had that, we wouldn't have a Macintosh computer sneaking through the woods like Jason Voorhees.
No, shut up, Rob. Anyway, what I'm saying is, it's a trope that kids can crack codes.
Yeah.
And trust me, I teach kids they can't fucking crack
and
codes.
They can't. Not even the smartest among them.
They can't even do basic algebra at that age. If they can,
because they're kids,
they can do enough, but they're not going to be able to crack a code like that.
Not a sentient worm command.
Yeah, not a sentient.
Never.
Just keep saying sentient.
Sentient. My number one is the least scary villain. Least scary villain. Least scary villain in any non-kids movie we've done so far. Bob is enjoying that tremendously.
No, I'm saying have another airplane model. I want to hear you say villain again.
Villain? Least scary villain in a non-kids movie so far? We have seen Hook. Hook is more terrifying than this. Dustin Hoffman portraying a pirate in Neverland was scarier than this villain. A villain, excuse me. I just was shocked at how much I didn't care about the villain in this movie.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
Yeah. Cool.
Okay, my last one, and this seems petty, but Laura says, I think it's Laura, she says, you know the difference between you and me? I make this look good. Which is a Men in Black obvious
100%.
lame reference.
100%.
And that's fucking lame with a capital LAME.
All right.
As Will Smith puts on the glasses.
Yeah. And you know what?
All right, let's throw it to go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. No, go ahead. That's it.
Men in Black was pretty good. You were about to say.
It was. I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have
what we're watching.
2 quick honorary mentions. Tim Heidecker, hilarious. He only had like 2 lines of dialogue, but when his wife's like smoking the joint, he's like, all right, that's probably good. Like, because he doesn't want her.
Yeah.
Like I've never seen him like play it like straight like a conservative dad who like doesn't want.
Yeah.
Like, and then Eli, I feel like he was typecast as like the kind of role Daniel Radcliffe would be in today, but they needed someone younger. Very similar mannerisms to like Daniel Radcliffe during his ironic era.
Mm-hmm. Isn't he a what's that called? The Netflix show? The 80s set.
Stranger Things?
In that?
Was that him?
Yeah.
Was that one of the Byers boys? Huh.
Yeah.
I thought that's where I saw him from. Yeah.
Maybe it was. Yeah. Shit, like Noah Schnapp?
Possibly.
Yeah, we're gonna go with yes.
I'll look it up.
Yeah, let's move on because we have 22 minutes till we're an hour and a half.
What we're watching.
I spend most of my free time watching movies, because I feel like at any moment,
We're all gonna die!
this is what we're watching.
Dick!
A rat.
Speaking of dying, I feel like my bladder is going to fucking explode, so I'm going to get these out real quick.
Same.
Rush Hour with Chris Tucker and Jackie Chan.
Solid.
I watch this every few years. I don't know. I fucking love it. Can't help it. I love Jackie Chan. Chris Tucker, I can take him or leave him. He does a pretty good job, like, you know, bouncing off Jackie Chan. It's a pretty good buddy cop movie with a lot of the Jackie Chan shit you want to see, but produced by, like, an American film crew who has every dollar that they want to spend on a Jackie Chan movie, and it makes it awesome. And I'm also rewatching Game of Thrones. Again, I'm sorry. What else can I say? The first 6 seasons are some of the best television I've ever seen. If you haven't seen it and you're afraid that it's all dragons and shit, it's not. It's really smart human politics, and if you can't get into that, then fuck you. Go ahead, Bob.
All right, so I was recently gifted with a streaming. I got Roku. Thanks to Rob. Thank you, Rob. I got Roku and I was able to stream all free streaming services through a television. And Sidney Lumet. I don't know if you guys know anything about 70s cinema. Or should I say 60s and 70s cinema?
My mileage varies.
Sidney Lumet is
genre.
Same.
So Sidney Lumet is a director. And he made 12 Angry Men and Serpico and Dog Day Afternoon, like all these amazing movies. And in 2007, only a few years before he died, he made a movie called Before the Devil Knows You're Dead. 2007.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was weirdly shot digitally, which was for 2007 was kind of new.
Yeah.
But it still has a 70s movie sensibility because all his other movies were 60s, 70s. And it looked weird and cheap in 2007, but that's only detracted a little bit. The story is two brothers, Ethan Hawke and Philip Seymour Hoffman, play brothers.
Oh, wow.
Who plan to rob their parents' mom and pop jewelry store because both of them have like financial woes. And Marissa Tomei is naked a lot. Like if you like Marissa Tomei, she actually looks really good. She looks great.
Actually,
and the uber talented Albert Finney plays the brother's dad. The robbery goes awry. The story is told non-linear from each character's perspective. Like the movie goes on and on and on from each character's perspective at different parts of the movie. It's fucking great. It's a little like weird to watch because of the digital format, but it's free. It's out there on Tubi. It's out there on Pluto. It's out there on everything. I recommend it.
Cool.
All
right,
I'm
I'll keep
gonna
it brief.
check that out.
Death to Smoochie, Edward Norton, Robin Williams, Danny DeVito.
Oh, yeah, I gotta watch that whole thing. I've only seen half.
It's good.
So Roger Ebert gave it a 0.5, but I think it was just too ahead of its time to be fully enjoyed. Like watching it through 2025 cynicism, it's a lot more effective. But basically, Robin Williams guy he's a TV host named Rainbow Randolph, and he gets fired for like taking bribes. And then Edward Norton's like super wholesome Smoochie the Rhino takes him over, and Robin Williams is just hell bent on sabotaging him so he can get his time slot back. And that's basically the long and short of it, but it's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, it is. I agree. Let's start the back credit names. Sharonda Shorty Gilbert, Jacob Young Thor Flack, Alexandra Tidings, Francis Cox, Manoj Nooch Garung, The Kid Leroy, and Andre Bonk.
Andre Bonk. That's good. By the way, it wasn't the kid from Stranger Things. He just looks like him. I looked it up.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. He does look like him.
Though. Yeah.
All right, offensive minigame.
You know, at this point in the show,
I don't feel anything. You? Me neither. You?
question.
So let's just jump to the offensive minigame.
Poor portrayal of PTSD or Matrix motives.
The first one.
Bob.
What's that?
Poor portrayal of PTSD or Matrix motives.
PTSD.
Yeah. Life on the
Rob
line,
agrees.
for sure.
Sawa Mama drama or or Fried Freddy Eddie Preppy.
Sawa Mama drama.
Yeah, saw Mama drama. Yeah.
Piss Mouth or Rapey Bailey Boner.
Rapey Bailey boner.
Yes, rapey Bailey boner. Yes.
Because Bob and I didn't think the piss mouth thing was that offensive. That was just like a misguided attempt at trying to be cool and accidentally throwing your friend under the bus. It happens.
It's not as offensive as a rape boner, so I'll agree that Life on the Line wins offensive. Let's throw it to the movie comparison to see how it does.
So what you're really trying to say
All right, I can't wait to see how this is going to pan out.
Bob, 5-star for your pitch on Life on the Line. Team 4-star for Y2K. It was.
Yeah.
Offensive, we just learned, also won the offensive minigame. So 2-0 so far. Life on the Line to Y2K. Dialogue. What was worse, Y2K or Life on the Line? I'm going Life on the Line.
Life on the Line.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
How about production? Re-editing for Life on the Line or poor choices in character deaths?
Life on the Line.
Oh my god. That's a hard one for me though, because I was so angry they killed him off so early.
Yeah, I wish he was
Life on the Line. Life on the Line did a bad job because they they got notes that it was really shitty, and then reshot a bunch of stuff and said this is much better.
And made it shittier.
It wasn't.
And it wasn't.
It really wasn't.
Yeah.
But I have a hard time with this. I'm actually gonna side with Y2K on this one because
Well,
I feel like
lose by
Y2K
majority.
really. Okay, go ahead.
I agree with Rob. the re-editing is worse. Acting, what was worse? Life on the Line or Y2K?
Life on the
Life on the Line.
100%.
Clean sweep, I think. Right? What's left?
Well, we needed demerit for Y2K.
Historically inaccurate.
Local?
No, 90s. Oh god, think of an N-word. Shit. Not
90s
Rob.
nostalgia.
Rob, shut up.
Right.
90s nostalgia.
He stole his
I
word,
said,
too.
Rob, think of an N-word, and it went right to his
He did.
feed.
Yeah, that is a bad call. Do not say that ever again for fear that we are going to be canceled forever because Rob might actually say it.
No, I won't. Saddles.
No. Rob's
Saddles.
N-word is 9/11. I know that already.
All right, fair enough.
Good
Rob's
save. Good
N-word
save.
is
It's both,
9/11.
Bob.
It's 9/11.
Yes, that's what I meant. That's what I meant.
Anyway,
he would actually say
I'm
9/11.
still going with Life on the Line. It fucking sucked. Life on the Line wins.
So 90s
All right.
nostalgia. 90s N-words, and then
90s N-words.
Yeah,
Doesn't matter.
90s nostalgia N-words. Yeah.
90s nostalgia or the lineman Hyman, which is worse.
Lyman Hyman. It's a clean sweep.
Agreed.
Clean sweep.
Life on the Line.
So I guess
clear winner.
Y2K isn't that shitty after all, huh, guys?
All right, using my own methodology against me. But hey, we agreed. It's not that shitty. It's not that bad. It's not that shitty.
It's just a mess, and you gotta you have to not be allergic to fun like you two.
Do you guys know what won the poll?
Yes,
Brendan?
it was
No.
It wasn't mine. It was the the assassin one. What's it fucking called?
Leon the Professional.
Leon the Professional. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh my god,
I've
it's so
never
fucking
seen,
good.
but I really want to. So I thank you guys.
I saw
God,
that
it's so
in the
fucking good.
theater. I saw it in the theater in '95 in college. I fucking loved it immediately, and I've seen it so many times. That I don't need
I've
to
seen
watch
it
it
a
again.
lot.
I will, because I fucking love it.
I fucking love it also. That's why I chose it. I'm glad you love it, Bob. I'm glad you haven't seen it, Rob, so that one of us can enjoy it for the first time.
45%.
The juices.
Yeah. 45% for Leon. And what's up?
It's Natalie Portman as a kid, and that's how good she is. And it's Gary Oldman as he always is, amazing. And Jean Reno, who is also amazing.
He is
playing it. He plays it down. Let's just say that
he does.
Oh my
he
God,
does.
it's so good.
Rob, I'm so glad he did.
Is it as good as Sage Shadowblade though?
Jesus Christ, no! Nothing's as good as Sage Shadowblade. All right, Rob, why don't you plug us? We're watching Leon the Professional next week. Life on the Line 1 this season. Bob, good luck pulling clips for that one. Rob, why don't you plug us, throw it to Bob for his last word, and then we'll say goodbye to everybody, and then I'll go pee, because I really have had to for an hour.
You can find us at www.theworstmovieevermade.com. We are on all the streamers. We are on YouTube. We are on Instagram and TikTok. You could email us. Just go to www.theworstmovieevermade.com. There's buttons for all the things. They have symbols, and they're the colors of the things that you like go to when you click them. And then you go there and you subscribe, hit the notifications, and we're all there. We are approaching our 200th episode, so our catalog goes deep. When you go to a podcast feed on any, like on Spotify or Apple or Google or whatever, just search a movie. We might have done it, and that might get you hooked on the show. I mean, you might just watch a couple and like go on to the next thing. But you know, every listen, download counts in growing our media empire. So we appreciate your patronage, and I'll send it over to Bob for his last word.
Last words, obviously, Alan Mooney's own words. Tripping balls.
Tripping balls.
I like that. It's got the elemental flow. All right. See you guys next week.
Thanks, Schmave. Thanks, Shay.
Hour 16.
Not
bad. We hit
Nice.
I lost. You know, like those like useless caps like on your office chair? I lost one. And I don't know where it goes. So I'm gonna have to like use my flashlight and like try to plug it back in there.
And the kids on a scavenger hunt find the spot.
What was that?
Then the kids on a scavenger hunt find where it goes.
Ooh, yeah. And I'll just rip parts of their face.
Hey, just go, just fit somewhere, find it. Fuck it. It's like 30 minutes of free time.
That's a good idea. No, but then I'm gonna come back into the room. My whole chair is gonna be disassembled, and they're like, "We fixed it, Dad."
All right, dudes. I have to pee like you wouldn't believe. Bye, Jelly School.
Oh my
bye,
God.
Jelly School.
Like a fucking damn. Me too.